Yeah, g'day YouTubers. Tinker O'Toole again with another video. In today's session, I want to talk about Hexa again. Really interesting subject. I've been using Hexa from the moment that it came out. And now that I've been using Hexa, a few things sort of dawned on me as to why and how they got a patent for Hexa. I've been involved with patents many times, and to get a patent pending for review is that it gets published and people have a look online, and if they find something that they disagree with or they believe that the company is using your technology, then you can object. And then there's an investigation into the objection. So then I looked at Stihl's Hexa and I thought, and also to get a patent, you have to have something unique, different than something else. You can't have it too close, otherwise you won't get a patent. It's got to be something different. So what's so unique about Stihl's Hexa? Well, typically what they did, and this is what I believe, the reason that they got their patent is that they had a hexagonal profile, for one, a narrow kerf, number two. Number three, they've moved away traditionally from their 25 to 25 degrees on the top plate, right? So the top plate angle was always 30 degrees with Stihl, whether it was semi-chisel or full chisel. It was only about 30 years ago they had it a little bit different, but still standardised the 30 degrees for the top plate quite a long time ago. So they went back to 25 degrees. So that's making it different. The top plate cutting angle, right, on Stihl has always been 50 degrees. They've made it 65 degrees. They've changed it 15 degrees. So that's making it totally different from their standard chain. And that's the reason I believe that they ended up getting a patent, because number one, narrow kerf. Number two, 25 degree top plate. Number three, 65 degree top plate cutting angle. And number four, if you look at the hexagonal profile, 2/3 of a straight line comes down the top plate before changing to 120 degree sloping downwards to go down to the bottom of the gullet, where it takes another turn of 60 degrees and goes flat in the gullet. So because of those reasons, I believe they were granted a patent. So they filed for a patent in 2018. They were granted a patent in 2019. Okay, the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is that is what I believe why they got a patent. Why did they move away from 30 degrees top plate to 25? To me, it was to get a patent. If you set your Hexa back to 30 degrees, it'll be much more aggressive. It'll cut better. If you set the top plate, it's from 65 degrees and you go back to 50 degrees, it'll be more aggressive. So my current Hexa now runs 50 degrees on the top plate cutting angle. So we put the movable head back to 50 degrees and we put the top plate at 30 degrees. We still have our hexagonal profile, but it is much more aggressive and cuts a lot better. And that's the reason I believe personally why they changed those two angles, because they filed for a patent and had to have something a little bit different than their traditional angles. If you look at one of their fastest cutting chains, excluding square ground, is Stihl's RS. It's been around for a long, long time. It has changed angles over the last 35 years, but typically for the last 10 years or so, Stihl are using very aggressive angles on here, 50 degrees and 30 degrees on here, not 25 degrees and 65 degrees for Hexa. So if you change those and just go with the standard angles on your USG chart, you will definitely find that your Hexa will perform even better, right? So there's your USG chart. If you look in column C, it's got 30 degrees. 30 degrees. Now, I don't want to confuse people that have an Oregon, because 30 degrees on a USG is 60 degrees on an Oregon, because on a USG grinder, we use 0 degrees as a vertical reference point, and on an Oregon grinder, we use 90 degrees as a vertical reference point. So on one grinder, on here, we tilt to the left. On an Oregon, we tilt to the right. So there are a few things that's different. The only thing that's really the same, two things, the slidable vise is the same, forwards and backwards, and the scale on here is the same. Using 0 degrees in the middle and left and right for your top plate angles. I hope that information helps. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye for now.